On the news tonight, Minister of Information reiterates commitment of President Tinubu-led administration to take the country to the promised land of prosperity. Plus, need for expansion of nation's existing universities emphasized. Good evening and welcome to NTA Ijebu ode news at 7. I am Ijebu ode. Glad to know you are there. President Tinubu says he won't hesitate to sign the audit bill into law as it will strengthen transparency and accountability in the public service. The president stated this in a message delivered by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akome, at the presentation of 2024-2028 strategic plan for the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation in Abuja. Musa Abubakar reports.
The long-awaited 2024-2028 strategic plan for the Auditor General's office is finally ready. The plan targets to contribute to the renewed agenda to address corruption, reduce waste, and revenue leakages, amongst other goals. The aspiration is to enhance independence and mandate of Auditor General's office, reduce mismanagement of public funds through stronger follow-up of audit recommendation, and improve financial reporting in the public sector.
I'm delighted that the Auditor General for the Federation and his team have developed a 5-year strategic plan that promotes public integrity, accountability, and transparency in the activities in federal ministries, departments, and agencies.
The Office Strategic Plan 2024 to 2028 encompasses the guide against diversion of public resources and improve governance by holding public officers accountable without fear of favor through the delivery of high quality and timely audit report.
This bill, which the House of Reps has passed, and which we are working together with our colleagues in the Senate to ensure that it's also passed, and then the bulk will go to the Excellency the President, for his accent.
The office welcomed the needed attention the audit bill is getting, appealing to the 10th Senate to give expeditious concurrence to the bill, which is already before it. The 4-year plan and audit bill are said to be critical for prudent management of scarce resources and transparency. In Abuja, I am Musa Abubakar, NTA News.
The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, says ongoing implementation of transformational policies that are unlocking the country's potential has emboldened the federal government not to relent until it takes Nigerians to the promised land of prosperity. At an expanded management retreat organized by the National Orientation Agency, NOA, the minister added that the agency under his watch will not compromise its efforts towards a national rebirth through national value reorientation. Saliu Abdullahi Gwarada reports.
The expanded retreat was an opportunity for the participants to enjoy the uncommon interface directly with the henchmen of the ministry. With a promise to boldly and confidently push harder, the minister wants participants to be relevant drivers and worthy ambassadors as the nation is already on a journey of lasting transformation.
When I paid my maiden visit to the NOA in October of 2023, I recall saying that I look forward to working with the agency to, and I quote, kickstart on the President's directives a nationwide reorientation and reawakening campaign, and I'll be requiring a comprehensive roadmap from you within the shortest possible time. You already have the experience of doing this, as well as the skills and the enthusiasm to do so. End of quote. I am delighted, therefore, today to say that we have since then gone very far in this regard, producing a brand new national values charter for our dear country. In line with the President's commitment to a moral, ethical, and cultural reawakening across the land, and the entrenchment of the right values, attitudes, habits, and perspectives deep in the hands and minds of the people of this great nation.
The National Values Charter, the minister said, was developed as a tool for social cohesion to promote unity with unique implementation plans.
1. To ensure that all Nigerians are fully aware of their rights and protections under the Constitution and the laws of the land, and that governments at all levels are equally aware of all the constitutionally guaranteed obligations that they have to the citizenry. 2nd, to sensitize and awaken all Nigerians to all of our responsibilities as citizens of this great and beautiful country.
National reorientation, the minister acknowledged, is the way to go in fostering sustainable peace and guarantee confidence among the leaders and the led. In Abuja, Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara, NTA News.
Rather than establish additional universities that will require additional funding, proprietors of Nigerian universities have been admonished on expansion of the existing ones through effective funding and equipping with adequate human and material resources. A research professor, Olabisi Onabanjo University, Agowoye, Professor Olalekan Arikewuyo, made this suggestion at the Olabisi Onabanjo University's 120th inaugural lecture. Anthony Gandonu reports.
Speaking on the school's 128th inaugural lecture, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ayodeji Agbola, said the topic is apt going by the spate of proliferation of universities in Nigeria and annual low admission of candidates into universities.
Government should focus not on the establishment of more universities. They should expand the existing ones. They should empower the one that we are having such a way that the quality of the products that we are going to turn out will be better than the way they are.
Analyzing the topic, which was from 1 to 262, navigating the sustainability question in the proliferation of universities in Nigeria, the inaugural lecturer, Professor Olalekan Arikewuyo, who attributed the high number of university admission seekers in the country to inadequate funding of Nigerian universities, advocated expansion of the existing ones through proper funding and provision of adequate human and capital resources to help them to meet up with JAMB admission quota allocated.
The number of universities as we have now, it's not that they can't admit the number of applicants, but the point is that they have low capacity. Low capacity in the sense that the facilities they have are not enough. The classrooms are not enough. You saw those pictures. You saw in federal universities, students standing at the window to receive lectures. The laboratories are not enough. Empty laboratories, broken chairs all over the place. Now, if those facilities are provided, why not? The universities will admit more candidates.
Commending the inaugural lecturer for being part of solution to Nigeria's education sector challenges, participants observed that quality of education will be further affected negatively if proliferation of universities is not checked.
The lecture is about all the universities in Nigeria, and the question is that if government can actually do more, and also on the part of the students, because the lecturer asks a question, even if we have the facility and everything we need, while we have students who are not even meeting up with the quota, what should we do? So basically, it falls to the government and also the student. Everybody should do our part when it comes to universities and students.
The lecture is part of only research professor in the university, Professor Olalekan Arikewuyo's contribution to knowledge, particularly the country's education sector. In Ijebu ode, Anthony Gandonu, NTA News.
You are watching NTA Ijebu ode News at 7. The news continues shortly. Don't go away.
Ambition, My G, for our ambition, we go hard.
We go day night till we make it.
We go hard till we find that perfect beat.
The perfect beat, the one the world will put on repeat.
So we chase greatness in every moment, making every naira count.
We put out content after content till it's comment after comment. And with Glow by our side,
we have more to offer.
Because the MyG bundle comes with bonuses,
giving you way more data value and way more steez on IG, Snapchat, TikTok, WhatsApp, Glow TV, Audiomack, and Boomplay
in one fly package.
Dial *312# now and select MyG bundle.
Glow Unlimited.
Welcome back. Officers and men of the Nigeria Police Force must be civil with members of the public with good working relationship among themselves. This was the message of the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, while addressing the newly promoted AIGs and Commissioners of Police. Francis Form reports.
It is a gathering to celebrate the elevation of some deserving senior police officers on the force. In a significant move aimed at strengthening the leadership within the force, these senior officers are being decorated with their new ranks of Assistant Inspectors General of Police and Commissioners of Police. IGP Kayode Egbetokun reminded the senior police officers that the relationship between the community they serve and the police is based on trust. He enjoins them to maintain and strengthen that trust.
Bear in mind that your leadership will shape the future of the Nigerian police force. Your actions will determine whether we gain or lose the trust and confidence of the public we serve. I urge you to approach your new responsibilities with seriousness, ensuring that every decision is guided by commitment to service, justice, and honor.
I will teach more people the crime fighting systems, the modus operandi of the criminal world.
Use that platform to ensure that crime and criminal activities are fought to a standstill, and work hard to make Nigeria safe and secure.
We will continue to do our best and continue to uplift the force and ultimately to the benefit of Nigerians.
They also expressed their gratitude for the recognition, promising to redouble their efforts in tackling security challenges across the country. Francis from NTA News.
Managers of Nigeria's water sector are insisting that the country must draw up a concrete development plan for water and also build more dams to harness water from rains in the country. They were guests on Good Morning Nigeria, which provides solutions to address flooding in Nigeria. Alika Okpanachi Arua monitored the program.
The story of flooding in Maiduguri was a serious talking point for the guests. The new Director General of the Nigerian Hydrological Service Agency, NISA, described the current perennial flooding in the country as a situation beyond the outlook earlier predicted by NISA. They therefore seek more collaboration among relevant stakeholders on the need to do more research and intelligence gathering in harvesting flood water.
If you notice, after every rainy season, it will not last a few months, like 3-4 months, you see all the rivers dried up. That's because we do not have enough water and we do not harness what we have when we are supposed to.
They also advised that farmers should be given the necessary training on how to adequately utilize rainwater for irrigation, a project NISA is currently engaged in.
My own institute, we do a lot of researches in youth development, agriculture, water requirement per crops, and even livestock. We write reports on how to ranch and how much water is required for ranch and the kind of animals you have in your ranch because of water availability from place to place.
Climate change, vandalism, and indiscriminate refuse disposal in drainages were also identified as some of the reasons for urban flooding. The role of the private sector and the need for policies that encourage these investments in water were also raised by the panel of guests.
It is all about your operation architecture, okay, and infrastructure that can be driven by science and technology, and it's not rocket science.
He spoke on the need for more sensitization in flood-prone areas to reduce the impact of excess water on these communities. In Abuja, Alika Opanachi, Arua, NTA News.
That was the news. Up next is the translation of the news in Yoruba. I am Iyabo Wale Eri. Good evening.